Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mr. Riley coming to you live from the West Coast, the best coast, the West Side. What's cracking? What's popping? Hopefully, everything is well wherever you are. Just a quick weather report. Nice and overcast today over here on the West Coast in Los Angeles, and made for a wonderful day. The sun was out a little bit, and I think the clouds just kind of came on in and did what they needed to do to kind of cool everything off. So low 70s here on the West Coast, and we're doing what we do. Again, like I said, hopefully everything is well with you and your family. I have a wonderful guest tonight that I am so proud to have on. He agreed to hop on, and so this is episode number 7 of the West Coast Wednesdays that I'm producing. Next week will be my last one for this first season. I'm going live every Wednesday for about 8 consecutive weeks, and so next week will be week number 8. I've had some of my friends from the West Coast, Chocolate Twist Yoga, my friend who used to live on the West Coast, David Blackman, who's the traveling nomad right now. I've had some wonderful performers last week, Lawrence and Elaine. I've had, my friend, the creator of West Coast Wednesday, Alvin Eddington. Dr. Lang was on the show. And so tonight I have a wonderful guest, and we'll bring him on in a hot second. And, we're going to chop it up, talk about football and all that kind of good stuff. So if you can, go ahead and share the stream. We really appreciate it if you did that. Also, let me just go ahead and, I'm trying to, do a little something different that I learned on one of my favorite live streams. And so I'm dropping some comments over in YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Facebook, that'll be cool as well. I see Chocolate Twist Yoga. Hey, what's up? I just shouted you out. Chocolate Twist Yoga says West Side. Let me bring that down just a little bit. What up, Chocolate Twist? Thank you for the yoga mats that she dropped off. So check this out. Quick story. Chocolate Twist Yoga is encouraging me to hop into yoga and practice yoga. And I was going to buy some yoga mats. And she's like, hey, Chocolate Twist, Kylie, what should I buy? And she's like, look, don't go to Ross and get those Ross yoga mats. And so she's like, look, I have some yoga mats. I'm going to drop off at your house. And so she did that the other night. So I have 2 yoga mats that I'm going to practice, I'm not going to use them both at the same time. One is for me. I'm going to give one to my wife and see if she's going to use it. But yeah, so tonight, Kylie, I'm definitely going to do some yoga before I go to bed, see what that's all about. So I appreciate the yoga mats. I really, really appreciate it. And it's good to have friends who kind of think about you when you're in need, okay? So appreciate you, Chocolate Twist Yoga. So let me go ahead. Again, if you're watching on Facebook, hopefully you can drop some comments in. If you're watching, I'm not seeing them on the screen as of yet, but if you're watching, come on over or stay there. If you want to come over to YouTube, come on over to YouTube. But let me just drop these quick announcements real quick. If you want to support the channel, let's see if this button is going to work for me. I have a link that should pop up in the YouTube chat. There it is. Buy me a coffee if you want to support the channel. That would be really, really appreciated. That would be a wonderful way to support me, what we're doing over here. A kind of way to monetize without having the 4,000 watch hours and the watch hours, and I forgot something else. But yeah, so that's a wonderful way to support the channel. Also, if you're interested in knowing what I'm using on my live stream, I'm using Ecamm Live, and so that's a wonderful way as well for you to kind of level up your live stream presence. And then last but not least, I am a teacher and I have a fellow teacher on with me tonight. And so if you want to support me in my Donors Choose endeavor, there's a link over there in YouTube as well. You can click on it and support Mr. Riley and my classroom. So I'm glad that those links worked, and I can show folks how to do that. I'm using my Stream Deck. But anyway, that's for a different show. Let's go ahead and hop into my man, Mr. Antonio Patterson is a wonderful friend, and he has agreed to graciously hop on with me. He's probably ending football practice where he is, and so he's joining me on his mobile phone. So hopefully everything should work out. So let's go ahead, and without further ado, got all the particulars out the way. Without further ado, let's bring in Mr. Showtime Patterson. Hey.
Right. How's it going, Brother Riley?
Hey, what's up, Showtime? How you feeling, my man?
I'm feeling great, man. You know, it's always like Christmas when I see you, man. It's like I'm getting a gift.
Man, listen, you need to stop, dude. Hey, so real quick, man. Showtime Patterson and I, we used to work at the same school. Like I said, he's a fellow educator, and I think we just kind of hit it off from there. He's a cool dude. He's a family man. We're going to talk about a whole bunch of stuff tonight. But Antonio, go ahead and kind of introduce yourself briefly. Tell the people who you are and what you're all about.
All right, great. Thanks for having me on. My name is Antonio Patterson. Those that know me call me Showtime. Been around the community for an awful lot of years. When I first got my first summer youth job at the age of 16, it was over in Leimert Park at the National Council of Negro Women. My first time seeing affluential African Americans, you know, in a neighborhood where, you know, big houses, nice cars, and things like that. And I just vowed that when I come of age, that's where I wanted to work. So, you know, I've been serving this Crenshaw community for well over 30 years now, man, you know, through my youth organization as well as teaching at various elementary schools around here.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, I have to ask you, how did you get the name Showtime?
Well, I first started off playing basketball. You know, I was a basketball guy up until about the age of 8 or 10. You know, I used to always be outside, and it's the Magic Johnson era. So, you know, every time I shot the ball, I'm like, it's showtime, it's showtime. You know, and I lived with my grandmother at the time, and you know, I was out, you know, after dinner. You know, she asked me to come in a few times, and you know, I was a real sensitive kid, man. So it was one. She came out. She was like, "Bring your Showtime beep in the house." And, you know, it was funny to everybody, but to me, it really hurt my feelings. So, you know, from then, everyone just started calling me Showtime. So it just stuck with me. And you know, that name there is like it's an action name, so it always forced me to be somebody and do things that were extraordinary.
Yeah, man. Every time I see the name Showtime, of course, I think about Lakers. And then recently, you know, just our connection. And then you have like a second generation Showtime. So one of your sons, you kind of refer to him as Showtime. Just kind of tell us about that and how he got to carry on your name.
Okay, yeah, I have a few sons. I have two adopted sons and two biological sons. I try to, you know, expose them to many things and you know, let them just try to find themselves in whatever enrichment or sports activity that they were doing. Um, it seems as though neither of my older sons took on the Showtime moniker, but my youngest son, Jalen, which is he's a freshman football player out of Moreno Valley. He's living up to that name. He's been living up to it ever since he was about 5 years old. You know, I had a few of my friends that coached with me, and they called me Showtime, and they saw him running around doing extraordinary things, so they started calling him Showtime. And man, has he lived up to it. As a freshman, he's MVP of the Moreno Valley League, as well as Player of the Year. You know, as a freshman quarterback, he's all CIF. You know, so he's really doing some extraordinary things out there in the valley, and not to mention he's a 4.0 kid. So, you know, it's just these these genes. I don't know what it is, but I'm not gonna blame it on myself. You know, maybe it skipped a generation or two or what have you. But you know, anyone that comes up under me, man, they just take off and they believe me when I tell them that they're great.
Yeah, no, I remember Jalen running around when my sons played with the Crenshaw Cougars, the Pop Warner team, and
Yes.
then also they turned into the Raiders. But I remember Jalen running around, just running a peel, running a rock, and they could not catch him. And so, matter of fact, as we're going through our interview tonight, I'll see if I can pull up one of the photos of him, when he was a kid. But yeah, I see a lot of your posts in terms of what he's done as a freshman. And so, it's just going to continue to grow for him. And so hopefully, he'll do what some of your other sons have done, which is earned a scholarship to, play football. And so let's just kind of talk about, how you got caught up in football, man. You mentioned basketball. How did you go down the road to using football as a way to mentor boys in their neighborhood?
Well, when I was in 10th grade, I didn't know what I wanted to do with myself. I was just that guy out there named Showtime who, was doing all these childlike childlike things, with the girls and all this stuff. And it was my football coach over at Locke, Mr. E.C. Robertson. He came over to me and he told me I had talent, man. He told me I had something. So I went out and tried out for the football team, and it turns out that I wound up getting a scholarship to a university after that. And getting that scholarship, I went to college, and one night in my dorm room, I was watching TV, and it was when Wednesday's Kids were on, and I saw a story about a young man, and it just broke my heart, Riley. Growing up, all our friends, we dreamed about being astronauts and police officers and things like that. But, I really wanted to be a dad. I never had a dad. So, I was the oldest of 5 kids. So, nurturing was already in me, but, I just never had a dad to show me the ropes. So, scholarship or no scholarship, when I saw his story, I left everything, man. I packed it up. I went and found him and, got the little foster home, got him in the house. And, he's 28 years old now, man. That's my first son.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. That's what's up. I mean, and that's a testament to who you are and what you've done, man. You just, continue to, you're sold out. One of the unsung heroes in the neighborhood, right? Who, he's not only talking, but he's, like you said earlier, you're an action man. Showtime definitely means action, and so, that's just a testament of how great you are and just your personality, and how you're sold out for kids, and it's a wonderful thing, man. So let's just kind of talk about the Crenshaw Cougars, man. Now I know the team has kind of changed and molded and kind of morphed into something else, but that's kind of where we met. We met
Yes,
there, and then also at a school right down the street. Shout out to Angeles Mesa.
Yeah, man. They call it the Mesa Bowl, man. You got to refer to it as the Mesa Bowl. It's
The Mesa
a
Bowl.
lot of it's a melting pot for different types of talent, man. They just need to find their way.
Absolutely, absolutely. Hey, let me, as a side note, I don't know if you knew this, but I didn't know this at the time. The principal there at the time, I don't want to say his name, but the principal was actually my cousin.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I didn't know that until like a couple of years ago. He was like, "Hey, what you doing here?" I'm like, "Hey, what you doing here?" I'm like, we like,
Hey, Will.
yeah, we attended a funeral, for a family member.
Wow. Small world, man. So you never know who you're rubbing elbows with, man. That's why, at Angeles Mesa, there weren't many black educators. We were like the only 2, and then the principal.
Yeah.
So, it's like that's why I really gravitated towards you, because you wasn't trying to work with the big kids. You were working with the special needs kids, where my heart is at.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
we were in the right place at the right time to change a lot of lives.
Absolutely. Pearl says, "What?" Yes, Pearl. He was my cousin. Didn't even know it. Yeah, didn't even know it. Danya Mesa says she gives a heart. So let's just kind of talk about football a little bit.
Tell Miss Mesa that Jalen's looking for her. He was asking about her a little while ago.
Okay. There you go. You just told her. If she's still watching, you just told her. All right, man. So let's we kind of met up over there hanging out at Angeles Mesa. And so it kind of, it was a great thing, man. I mean, being connected at the school, and then also on the field. Man, how long were you with the Crenshaw Cougars?
I've been with the organization since 2005, I believe. When I came, my son, he was just I really started out as a parent on the outside of the gate, trying to get my kids, my son involved in something after my divorce. It started out at the gate, then I moved down onto the field as a parent, then assistant coach, and then a head coach, and then the athletic director, then the vice president, and then finally the president. I wasn't too crazy about the direction that the organization was going in. I always felt sports should be an enrichment. You shouldn't hang something over the kid's head, tell them, like, this is what you're going to be when you grow up. We want to invite them into that arena and use that enrichment as a carrot on the stick for them to find themselves. They may use our program to find out that they're great basketball players or a great philosopher or great whatever. So we never hang that football tag on our kids. We really look at, and I teach my kids this. This is why they're so great at school. And football is an enrichment, and this enrichment can lead to a career. But if not, treat it as an enrichment for a free education.
Absolutely. And free education is key, man. I mean, we again, we have some similarities. And I kind of mentioned it before the show. One of your sons, Antonio, and one of my oldest son, they played on the same Crenshaw Cougar team. I forgot what
Yes.
year ago, what year it was. I think it was like the 2014.
Actually, all of your kids played in the organization at one point, but
Absolutely.
uh, uh,
I think,
let's see, Sir started,
yeah, I
and
think that
then
was,
Sire.
yeah, I think, uh, uh, um, oh man, I'm trying to think. I'm drawing a blank. Um, what's the name of your the son who played with Sir?
Justin.
Yeah, there you go. Justin
Yeah,
and Sir, they both earned scholarships to play for free,
yeah.
right? And then they,
Justin actually turned down Columbia, Georgetown, Stanford. He turned down all his Ivy League and Air Force and all that to walk on to a school that he became the only person to ever walk on and receive a full scholarship over at Eastern Washington.
wow,
So he had a plan for himself. I was kind of taken back when he turned down Air Force because I'm just looking at the family structure and
right,
the benefits along the road. But
right.
he had a better plan in mind. He took his own route, graduated in 3 years, and now he's Kayvon's right hand man.
Hey, listen. So going back to that, to that comment about things not turning out how you think they should go. Same with me. We thought that our son should have gone to another university, but he chose where
Hmm.
he wanted to go. I think because of that experience, it made him a better man. Right? It was a
Yes.
grown up decision. And so, just the similarities that our sons share. They played on the same midget team. They went to college in Washington,
Hmm.
and they had a wonderful free football experience. And that's kind of that's all you can ask. Ask the boys to really play hard, and you never know what might happen. And they played hard, and look what happened.
Especially when they have siblings that's following them. They need to be that example because they look at us, Riley, this gray on our face. It's gonna take a long time to be them, but they can be someone in the middle of us and them, which is those older siblings. So those are the ones that we try to teach those real values to, and then the other ones can see them living those values out and see what the benefits are of living those values and adopt them themselves and make a prosperous life for themselves as well.
Absolutely, absolutely, and we're going to come back. I know you mentioned Justin being the right hand man to Kayvon. We're gonna put a pin in that and come back to it when we talk about the JREAM Foundation. But yeah, man. So just kind of tell me, how do you balance being a father, being a coach, being an educator? How do you balance all of that? Your husband. How do you balance all of that?
Well, my main thing is not to be too personal. I'm a needs type of guy. I always take a step back and try to be the difference in anything, a relationship and a work setting, anywhere. If I look up and see my kid struggling at something, I just go over and try to be the difference. I'm not the helper. I'm more of the supporter. I'm not going to do it for you, but if I see you trying to make it happen and you just don't have all the tools to make it happen, I'm gonna meet you where you are and support you. And I'm gonna be your number one fan. I'm gonna open the curtains for you while you're on stage. I'm gonna do all those things for you. But you have to show me that you're trying to do something. You know,
Absolutely, absolutely. No, and I know it's kind of hard. Sometimes it is hard, kind of balancing, especially when I was
yes,
when I had four kids at four different schools, and they wanted to play
that's where
football
I'm
and
at
all
now.
the extra. Man, it was rough, but we stuck through it, and again, thanks to your organization, oldest boy earned a scholarship,
Yes,
second boy, second son earned a scholarship. Third
proud of that guy, New
third
Mexico.
yeah, third son, he's on his way. He has an offer, and so his senior season is next year. So we in for it, man. And I'm gonna be so happy no matter what the outcome is. You know what I'm saying? Just being able to put them in a position where they can gain exposure, do something that they
Yes.
like, and then have an opportunity to get a free education. And I think, your organization through the years have done that for a whole bunch of boys in the neighborhood.
Yeah, and again, I know what it's like to be that age and be without that person that you can talk to. my mom did a great job in raising me. It doesn't take a man to raise a boy to be a man, but he does need some positive male influence throughout the journey. So I was just fortunate that I had some great male role models around me that, showed me what to do and showed me the ropes, told me where the potholes were and how to avoid them. And it allowed me to be someone to someone else. Since even when I left my scholarship to adopt my son, just he was special needs, and just wanting to learn how to take care of him actually turned into the career of me teaching. So, just wanting to take care of him had me go back and redo my major. And, I wound up teaching. It turned into a career just by, wanting to know how to take care of someone.
Absolutely, and that's cool. And it kind of leads me to my next question, man. You probably got, I don't know, you might be looking at my script, man. So so my next question is, what kind of influenced you? And it's probably a little bit of some of the same thing that you just kind of talked about. What really influenced you to become an educator, and really, not only in the community by your football organization, but now you're in the school. So what kind of influenced you to become an educator in our society today?
Well, again, like I said, the reason I wound up at Angeles Mesa is because I was looking for the school with the lowest test scores. I was on my way to 52nd Street Elementary School, but I did a little more research, and Angeles Mesa's test scores were just a little bit lower than 50 seconds. So that's what prompted me to join that environment over there with Angeles Mesa, and just me making that one decision actually changed the lives of countless kids. I was fortunate to come in contact with Kayvon up there. I met people like you, people like the twins, Jason and Joseph, who have similar aspirations, but just looking for the direction and the role models to show them the way. So I was able to be something more than just Mr. Patterson up there. People really look to me for direction. We had a lot of great times with Pearl and Tiffany, and those times away from the school. So it turned into a family, man, and I just love those people over there in Angeles Mesa.
Absolutely. No, it was for me, it was a different situation because, coming out of the recession, I had a good friend who left a school and went over there, and I hit her up. I was like, hey, y'all need some subs? And she's like, yeah, Riley, come over here. So, shout out to Miss Akins. I don't know where she
Oh,
is.
man. Akins, Edwina. I hope she's watching. I
Hey,
love you,
man.
Miss Akins.
I'm gonna have to track her down and just touch base with her. But yeah, man. So I started working there, and then I think um, Dania says we still need subs. Absolutely, definitely we still need subs.
Well, I'm in Moreno Valley now, so that's a trek right there. But we're working on something out here at St. Monica's. Kayvon's going to open up a school, KT's Core Prep Academy. So
Okay.
I'll be in the city a little more often. And just elementary school is everything. I was one of those kids who only had 2 years of middle school because when I was in the 6th grade, we graduated with the 5th graders. So when I
Sure.
got to middle school, it was only 2 years. But those 2 years was everything, and that really prompted me to be an elementary educator, because those middle school years are the years that kids really find themselves, but those high school years is where they put that finding themselves to action. So if I can get them into elementary school and get them on the right track, then that'll make middle school and high school that much easier for them. And it's proven to work out thus far.
Absolutely. So here I got a flashback, and just I'm gonna take you down memory lane for a hot second. Okay. You
Okay.
ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tell me who these guys are.
Oh, man, I forget the first guy's name,
Okay.
but all the rest of them, they are doing exceptionally well. I'm gonna start. These were like Jalen number 10 on the end. That was
Yeah.
like our flag, our 5 and 6
Yeah.
year olds. And then I forget the young man number 32's name. He came over with Coach Bruce.
Okay.
He was only there for a little while, so I forget his name, but he was the best player on that 8U team. And this is what I tried to do on this picture. I tried to get the best person from each age group.
Yes.
So you got Showtime right there at 5 and 6. That boy been bad for a long time. And again, I forgot his name right here, number 32, but he was 8U.
Okay.
And then we had your son, number 44, at 10U.
Yeah.
That's the team he played on with my other son. And then you have Lamont, number 21. He was so bad they called him man child. So I mean, let's go figure. He started out at when he left high school, he took the JUCO route, but wound up going to a university. So everyone has their own path.
Absolutely.
And last but not least, that number 5 right there came full circle. When I saw him over at Angeles Mesa, just the big kid walking in the front of the line, holding the teacher's hand. I was like, wow, that's how does the aide hold a teacher's hand like that? But he was a big kid.
Yeah.
And the rest is history with him. He's back to that number 5.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what? Here's the thing about it. Wearing the number 5 is kind of prophetic because he's been rocking number 5 for a very long time. And so, just
great things when he wears number 5. Over in high school, he wore number 8 because the 5 wasn't available. But, anytime he wore that 5, he had butts in the stands. He had butts in the seats.
Absolutely.
Everywhere he went.
Absolutely. We're gonna finish up our conversation with him. And so, man, these boys were, like you said, and I remember you asking me, "Hey, Riley, come over and grab this picture," because I was like the team photographer, and I would, try to take as many photos from each of the different age groups. And he was like, "Hey, man, I got this idea. I want all the best from at least one of the players from each of the teams." And so I'm trying to remember if this was size first or second year, but it didn't matter. I mean, because these guys on each of their teams, they were top notch, and I remember. Yeah, and I remember seeing this poster in and around Los Angeles because you use this to advertise for the Crenshaw Cougars, trying to get people to come over and join the squad and practice with and join this organization.
Yes, sir. That's still my screensaver on my old computer, man. That picture right there is legendary because shoot, in the next few years, I mean, just imagine where all of them going to be then.
Absolutely, absolutely,
great
man.
thing.
Yeah. I just had to kind of throw that up there and just kind of just remember
when.
Bringing
back memories. If Little Showtime was 5 on there, then that means that was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely,
that is amazing.
Man. Yeah, it's amazing.
That is amazing. We've come a long way.
Absolutely. So you switched over from Crenshaw. You did something with the Raiders. You played in the Pacific Coast Conference, correct?
PCC, yeah, that was one of the greatest conferences of all time, man.
And then I think as recently you were in the Snoop League, correct?
Yeah, we ventured in the Snoop League as well as AAU conference. Now we've gone to the OCJOF. We're a community-based organization. We're not the type of organization that do tryouts or build teams or anything like that. We take whoever comes through the door. If you got an IEP, one leg, whatever, we're a family over here, and that's what we try to strive to do.
Absolutely, man. No, and the community came out in droves. I mean, it was a wonderful time. And not only did you have football teams, you also had some cheerleaders as well.
Yes. So we've been without cheer for maybe about 5 years now, or 4 years. But since Kayvon's situation, everyone wants to be a part of the program now. Again, we don't turn away any kids.
Sure.
We accept whoever comes through the gate. We really rely on our coaches and the community to come out and be someone to these kids. So my fiduciary responsibility right now is to coach the coaches and have the coaches coach the kids.
Got you. And that's what's up, man. Being an organizer, it takes a lot of responsibility, and you've been doing this for a very long time. I remember when you would roll around in the big bus, right? And you had all the equipment.
Hey, I still have it, man. And I try to reward kids, with their great work in school and things like that. We ask for report cards, and we visit schools and classrooms and things like that.
Sure.
And one thing I try to do as an incentive is, collect these report cards and find the kids who have some of the best report cards, and those are the kids who make it onto the flyers. That picture will be on the side of the bus. Just another incentive for doing the things that you're supposed to do anyway.
Absolutely. So let's go ahead and hop on, and we kind of been jumping around about it, but let's go ahead and talk about the partnership that you have with Kayvon now. just in case you
Okay.
didn't know, just in case you guys didn't know, let me see if I can pull it up here on my Facebook. I think I might have had it as a congratulatory post. Yeah, okay. So here it is. Let me go back to my shared screen real quick, and you guys be able to see what I'm talking about. So here we are. So we're talking about Kayvon Thibodeau, who played for the Crenshaw Cougars, the SoCal Raiders, went on to
First
Dorsey
grader.
Oaks Christian, played at Oregon for a number of years, and was just drafted a couple of weeks ago by the New York Giants. And
Yes, sir.
again, he's wearing number 5, and he was the fifth. He was the 5th pick in the draft. So again, talking about being prophetic. He's rocking that number 5, and so it fits him. And so, and I've seen the post with you, and it's not like you just now been in, just now realizing his greatness. You realize his greatness from way back when. And so it's only fitting
That's my bonus son, man. He and my
absolutely.
son are best friends. They've been best friends since 8. And, again, that's my bonus son. I just appreciate his mom allowing me to be someone to him,
Yeah.
in the absence of his father. So, it's just, that's what I do, Mr. Riley. That's what
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so I'm looking. I have a couple of things up here. So you guys have kind of partnered with this, created the JREAM Foundation. Just kind of talk a little bit about
Yes.
the JREAM Foundation, man.
So the JREAM Foundation is Kayvon's baby. We run the JREAM Youth Development Organization. And, and his DREAM is the acronym for Journey Towards Readiness and Enrichment and Athletic Mentoring. And in the youth program, DREAM is an acronym for Jewels in the Rough, Enrichment and Athletic Mentorship. So what we do is we find those jewels in the rough, and we, shine them up, make them what they always should have been, and then we relay them to the core program.
Gotcha.
Or various high schools.
Got you. So that's what's up, man. I mean, and that's cool for him to still want to be a part of the community, even though he was drafted by the New York Giants. He still wants to have his base in LA,
yes.
in Lamert, in the Crenshaw area.
This is near and dear to his heart. He's a community baby. He know what it was like to walk around at 8 years old and be hungry and searching for who you are or who you aspire to be. So he's just giving back.
Yeah,
he's giving back in a good way.
Yeah, and here's the trippy thing. When he was drafted, I just saw all the posts from a lot of mutual friends, folks who I didn't even think knew Kayvon.
Yes.
They were just so excited that he was drafted, and so for him to be drafted, I think he was just kind of adopted by the LA folks. And so if you've been down from day one and just kind of know his story, you know that this dude is a phenomenal guy, wonderful football player, awesome football player, and still down for the community. So it's a wonderful thing. And then I have a couple other little photos here. Now it looks like you're advertising at Rancho Cienega Sports Complex. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's what we are right now. We're starting back up. Originally we were at Audubon Middle School.
Okay.
Audubon Middle School isn't accepting permits and things right now. So Kayvon was a student over at Dorsey High School, and this is the area that's again most near and dear to his heart. He grew up right down the street from here. So what he wants to do is put a footprint right here. And all those little Kayvons coming up or what have you, he just want to make sure that they know that they got support.
Absolutely. And, am I sensing a change in uniforms here?
Well, our colors were the Raider colors initially because we're the Junior Raiders, but we want to try to get away from a logo. So to speak, not be bound, because to be the Junior Raiders and have Kayvon sponsoring us and he's a Giant, is kind of like against the grain or what have you. So what we're doing, we're known as DREAM now, just DREAM, and we're adopting the colors, the red, white, and the blue of the Giants.
Absolutely, and that's kind of universal anyway, man. I mean,
yes, sir.
I mean, it's the colors of our flag, right? So
Yeah,
it kind of
yeah,
makes sense. And he's playing for the Giants.
yeah,
So
and it's neutral. Parents can go out and get those neutral colors and not be bound to a logo. We have um, for some reason most of our dads here are Cowboy fans,
go
so it's
Cowboys.
really
That's
hard
what's
for them
up.
to wear. They can wear the colors, but they can't wear the logo. So now they can at least wear the colors, but they're not gonna wear nothing that says Giants. I can assure you that.
No, 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 no. We not doing that. As a true diehard Cowboy fan, we ain't doing that, Antonio. No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now I will
Hey, it's
say
for the kids. It's
it
for the
is.
kids, Mr.
Hey,
Rodney.
I will say, Antonio, I do have a I think I have a Lawrence Taylor jersey that I would wear every now and again because I like football and I'm a true football fan. So yes, I'll stick with my team, but I'm only wearing the greats. And Lawrence Taylor was definitely a great.
Oh, of course. And before too long, man, Kayvon's gonna be the face of that organization as well as the face of the NFL because he just has that gift of gab. Coming up, he was always the biggest kid in the room, and
Yeah.
he was the jokester and what have you. So I put him to the side one day, and I told him that, he's gonna always be the biggest guy in the room. So just when he's speaking, just make sure the things that come out of his mouth are meaningful. And he took that and he ran with it.
Yeah, man. And here's the funny thing. Big media, sports media, will try to twist everything you say, right? And so even they were kind of taking subtle jabs, right before the draft. And so I'm just like, really, but
Yeah, you haven't seen a person who hasn't been in the league that confident coming into the league, confident in themselves coming to the league. But he has not. Um, he's not failed on nothing he's attempted.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And so, nothing but success. And then, let's just kind of take it one step further. You said your son Justin is his right hand man, and I think I saw a post something about he's going to be the new Rich Paul, right? Just kind of tell us about that partnership that he has with your son has with Kayvon.
Okay, so Kayvon and Justin, they grew up together. They met over at Angeles Mesa when I wrote on a little a piece of that bathroom tissue. I wrote a note to Kayvon asking him if he wanted to play football, and Justin gave it to him, and they've been joined at the hip ever since. And due to that friendship, they've been in competition in terms of grades, things they do on the field. When Kayvon was at Oregon and Justin was at Eastern Washington, it seems as though every time Kayvon made Player of the Week, Justin made Player of the Week. When grades come out, we on a three-way comparing grades. So, they always served as a buffer for each other, and the relationship has grown from there. So right now, Justin is Kayvon's chief of staff, which means everything goes through Justin. If you want to get to Kayvon, please know Justin.
That's right. That's what's up. I mean, because you gotta have someone who's taking the phone calls. You gotta have a hype man, but you also gotta have someone who's gonna be able to differentiate between the good stuff and the bad stuff. Hey,
look who popped up on me, Riley.
What up, man?
How you doing, Mr. Riley?
I was just talking about him. What up?
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, no, and it's good to see young black men, right, doing their thing, doing positive stuff in the community, and not all about the negativity that's out there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And much like you, Mr. Riley, when I see him, I just light up, man. This guy right here can do no wrong. He's never disappointed me, never given me a hard time.
Yeah.
Never had to pick him up from school early.
Yeah.
None of that stuff, man.
Yeah.
It's just a real good all-around guy, man.
Absolutely. No, man, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. I just want to stop real quick. We're almost done Showtime, but I do want to stop right now and just say what's up to a blind guy, his wife, and their life, watching over on the East Coast. What's going on, Corey? It's been a while. It's been a while.
How's it going out there?
Yes, sir. So yeah, man. No, it's great to see. Kayvon doing his thing. I'm still happy to see that you're doing your thing in the community.
Yes.
Even though your family is way out in Marino, Showtime is doing his thing at his school. You
This
still
is where
cut.
my heart is at. This is where my
Absolutely.
heart is at. That's why I went to subbing. So when my kids don't have anything going on or football don't have nothing going on, then I can go and be someone else to someone else's kids. And that's what it's all about, man. Because problems don't disseminate where they're going to wind up. Problems wind up some of everywhere. So if I can get there and give some good words of advice, like at this continuation school I was at last week. I mean, those kids will forever remember me because I just gave it to them real.
Right.
You could tell no one's ever like sat them down and told them the potential that they have.
Yeah. No, that's cool. That's cool. Pearl says she was just commenting on Justin. She's like, when did he grow up? Man, they grow up quick.
Yeah, Justin is all over, man. You never know where he's gonna be. He got like 4 phones, different time zones.
That is
Let me just give
crazy.
I'm gonna give you a shot of the kids that are out here right now, Mr. Riley.
Okay, go ahead, my
So
man.
straight ahead, that should be our 11-year-olds. Over here should be the 9 and 10. Well, actually, it's 11 and 12, 9 and 10. Then we got 13 and 14 right here. When I was coming through the gate, the 5 and 6-year-old flag, they were headed towards the bathroom. And I don't know if you can see over there, those are cheerleaders.
Okay. Okay.
And
So
we have a parent meeting. We got a thing of parents over here. We got a parent meeting going on today. Everyone wants to be a part of the program, man. We have some really good stuff going on over here.
well, that's good, man. I mean, you got a wonderful guy who's helping to helping the community, and so I'm just so excited to to be the man who's sitting next to the man, right? Just
Hey, we're both in the driver's seat, man. That's one of them dual drivers.
absolutely, absolutely. Margaret Martinez says, Patter.
Oh,
Uh,
Marty.
she says she's so proud of the accomplishments with your kids, and so thank you, Margaret, for chiming in.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
thinking about Tiffany the other day. Hopefully everything's okay with the family. Tiffany's okay. I know she's a grown woman by now.
yeah, absolutely, man. No, you're a role model. You're an unsung role model, and actually, you talked about working with the Negro Women's Council. I think that's what it was.
Yeah, National Council of Negro Women over
Abs-
with Dorothy Heights and Meter Chamberlain. We used to do the Black Family Reunion up at Exposition Park every year.
Absolutely, and so
Yeah, great experience, man.
I just saw your photo and of you with oh man, Kenny Hahn, right? You standing in the
Oh, the
background.
original
Yeah.
Kenneth Hahn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know someone in that picture, Dr. Weber, right?
Yes.
Who's down in San Diego doing what she does, but I know a lot of
She,
her
she
family members.
spearheaded that council when we were there.
Abs-
She's a great person to know and have in your Rolodex.
Absolutely, man. No, you've been doing this for a long time, and I'm just over here kind of scrolling on your Facebook, not your Instagram page, just real quick. Just showing the folks what the JREAM
Yes.
Foundation is all about. And so, if you
Yes.
have a chance, let me just make it. There we go. If you have a chance, go over to the JREAM Foundation on Instagram, on IG. Follow them, like them, do what you need to do. And get
Also
involved.
also the SoCali Dream. That's the youth development organization.
Okay, great. And so we're just looking at some of your posts, and just before we go, man, I was looking at your post on. Let me just go full screen. I was looking at your post on draft night, man. How was that whole experience, bro?
You know what? Next to having my first biological son, that was one of the greatest experiences of my life. Just knowing who I am to Kayvon, it's a tear-jerking moment. He's everything, man.
Yeah,
And just his route to greatness has been, unmatched. One thing about our organization again is that our kids learn adversity because we don't stack teams. We take who comes through the gate. We win, we lose, we lose, and through that adversity, they really found themselves. When they get on a team where everyone's doing their jobs,
yeah,
now it makes my job easier. Now I stand out, and that's
yeah,
what he and Showtime. They both really gain from the adversity of our program.
Yeah, no, man. Your program is super dynamite, and I just want to close with this one photo. You talked about a tear jerking moment, right? I have my own. Let me see if I can find it, man. And I post it every now and again, only because in for me it just looks so dope. It looks so nice. Let me see if I can find it. But in the meantime, as I'm looking for it, Antonio, uh, tell the people where they can find you. Where they can be connected with the JREAM Foundation, the team over there at La Cienega. Go ahead and tell the folks where they can hook up with you.
Okay, so we're here every Tuesday and Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. over at Rancho Cienega Sports Complex on the corner of La Brea and Obama Boulevard. We enter through the back gate because the front has a little construction going on right there. So you can also hit us up at the JREAM Foundation. You can leave messages there for the JREAM Foundation. If you want to contact the Youth Development Organization, it'll be SoCali Dream. SoCaliJream. Number to the organization is 310-492-5553. And we're always looking for coaches and individuals who are willing to be someone to our future. How you doing, Mr. Taylor?
Hey, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. And here, I just want to leave. Every time I look at this photo, man, I get like I get teary eyed, dude, because you had a major influence on my boys. And so here, I just want to drop this photo on you real quick. It's just, I got to watch it right now, man, because,
Hey, that is it right there. That is it. I need a copy of that one.
Man, I mean,
I need a copy of that.
Just the
that
maturation.
Is the future right there.
Yeah, I mean, just the maturation.
That is definitely the future.
Just the maturation of it all. They're still in football. Sir has finished at one of his schools. Now he's at Idaho State, trying to continue. And, it's, hey, listen,
I read that.
Yeah, it's free education again, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can't beat that.
And so, putting these guys, and not only my sons, but you've put so many guys in positions to be great, to earn scholarships, to do something that they like, to understand who they are, and how, how great they can be. And so, on behalf of, let me go back to my full screen here. On behalf of, hundreds of parents out there in the community who you've helped their sons, daughters, I just want to say thank you to what you do. Continue to leave a legacy, develop a legacy. And, we appreciate you, Justin, Kayvon, and everything that you've done with the boys in the neighborhood, man.
I know our youth are products of their experiences, environment, and the things that they do, and exposures. So, my thing is to just be that person to them, because if it's not me, it might be OG Bobby Johnson telling them that they OG Bobby Johnson Loke. So, I'm just fortunate to be in the realm to be that person to somebody. Yeah. And when I talk to them, these kids believe me, Mr. Riley. For some reason, I don't know if it's the mustache, the black hat, but they believe me, and the parents trust me with their kids. So, if I can have that type of access, we can change the world.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Danya says, thank you for what you do. The kids are very fortunate to have you. So there you have it, man. You know, you're an amazing dude. And I know that you're going to continue to do amazing things.
I think all my kids had Miss Mesa.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Pearl says, Patterson, you told me to let you know when my son is ready for football.
I sure did.
She said he's ready now.
You can bring him up here at Rancho Cienega. We got a jersey for him. We got a spot for him. And he'll be, me, he'll be well taken care of, especially, considering all the things that are happening nowadays.
Absolutely.
Especially the thing that happened yesterday in Texas. We have to hold our babies close. And again, I just appreciate these parents for trusting me with their kids, because, I'm not going to steer them wrong, man.
Absolutely.
I want that motorized wheelchair, Mr. Riley, when I get older. I want that one I have to push, so hopefully somebody will look out for me.
Hey, listen, Pearl says she's not ready, though. Here, let me put it back up there. She says, I'm not ready, though. And then she's laughing out loud. So No,
Yeah,
Pearl.
if he's 5 and 6, then you'll be ready because it's flag. But if he's any
Yeah,
older than that, he'll have to put on a helmet, Pearl. Please.
absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
have your son stop playing with the Legos, right? I used to see the pictures of her posting all this stuff. Have him stop playing with the Legos and come on over to the football field and have some fun. She said he's 8.
I'm gonna show you one more person, Mr. Roddy. This is my daughter, Dream, right here.
I
This is the
remember.
one who we named the program after.
Yes.
So she don't understand it right now, but when she gets older, she'll realize how her name changed a whole generation.
Man, listen. I used to watch her run around when she was knee high to a pup, running around over there, at Crenshaw High. So yes, that's cool. That's cool, man. That's what's up. Danya says, "Hi, Dream."
And she's so big now. Dream and Justin together, like you won't see this picture too often.
Yeah.
What she's doing? She's trying to run away. We had to leave Jalen because he had football practice, so he had to take an Uber to the house. So I know
Absolutely.
he's happy to be there by himself.
Man, listen, what kid is not happy to have a little alone time by themselves? But man, listen, we
It's
can
on
we
there, baby.
we can go.
Uh,
She's speechless. She's waving.
I got Tyshawn and Aisha. I got them all up here. Everyone except Jalen. So
Man,
this is definitely a family organization, and
absolutely.
it gives me an opportunity to show my kids compassion, empathy, and just being somebody to somebody else, man. Because you never know what a person's going through at any given moment,
Yeah,
and just those words of encouragement might, change their lives.
yeah. Hey, I see you. I see you rocking the Dream shirt, right?
Yes, sir.
You got those for sale? What you got?
Your money no good around here, Riley. You let me know what you want. I'll have at your doorstep, brother.
Hey.
Whatever you want.
Listen. I will rock it. I don't care if it says Southern California Raiders, Giants. It don't matter. I'll rock it and wear it and be proud to hold up the banner on my lives and just kind of talk about what you've done, what Kayvon is doing, what Justin is doing, and just a wonderful organization, man. So offline we'll talk. And
Yes.
I'll connect with you and grab a T-shirt and wear it proud. You know what I mean?
All right, and it's great hearing from my people, Miss Mesa, my Angeles Mesa family. I know I've been gone for a while, but you guys are still in my heart. That's like my place right there. I came from having an after school program to wanting to go back into the classroom. So coming from an after school setting and seeing the potholes and kids learning and things like that, it
Yeah,
forced me to go back into the classroom and try to fill some of those potholes. So
yeah,
thank you guys for being a community and being those people that I can rely on and sharpening my iron.
absolutely. Uh, as we close, Pearl says, "You're awesome, Patterson. Thanks for this live, Mr. Riley. Nice seeing you and the kids on here, Patterson." So we got love all the way around. I was going to ask, and you kind of talked about it a little bit. About the shooting. How did you? I heard yesterday in the staff meeting because I'm not checking the news. I'm with my kids in my classroom. They running around acting crazy, doing whatever. But I heard it and my heart just dropped, man. How did you feel when you heard the news, man?
Well, being an educator, a father, a mentor, it took up my whole day yesterday, just, reflecting on, life and, looking at these kids. My kids were at school when I found out, and, I got up, I went and I'm looking around their bedrooms, just like I cannot imagine me sending them off to school and them not coming back
Coming back, yeah,
here. So my heart goes out to everyone that was affected by that, and whatever us as an organization can do to either spread the word or put some things in place to make tomorrow a little bit greater for our future. We're here.
absolutely, my man, absolutely. Yeah, it was real devastating, and like you said, hearts. Um, Goes out to the families who've been affected, and we got to do something different. We gotta do something different, right? And so
Yeah,
hopefully these
yeah.
signatures,
I mean, there are warning signs. My thing, Mr. Riley, I like to always meet people where they are.
yeah,
I walk in with no expectations of a person. I just hope that they have great values that will lead them to honesty. But that the thing that happened yesterday, it should never happen in today's society.
yeah,
We have to I ask those open-ended questions, because when we ask open-ended questions, we see where people are and we're able to meet them there, as opposed to going in as a dictator and telling people, what to do, where to be, and how to feel and things like that. A simple "how you doing" would solve a lot of the problems that we're having today.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think either I was talking to someone, um, and one of the ways that we could really make a difference, I think, is not so much focus on ourselves, right? I mean, yeah, we can. It's okay to have some self promotion, but I think also at the same time, if we think about others maybe before ourselves, then this place will be
Yes.
a much better world to live in.
Yes.
That's just my philosophy. That's just how I
Yeah,
think.
my son Jalen, who's at a high school that's people feel that he should be at a better high school, so to
Yeah,
speak.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But I have him there for a reason. There's some things he needs to learn. He needs to learn how to direct a team. He needs to learn how to have a conversation. So before I put him in a vast environment, I'd rather for him to be in a small environment where I can monitor the environment to spark his growth. I know my son's going. I know
yeah,
he's going to be great. I know he's going to go to a Pac-12 school. But my thing is, I want him to take someone with him.
yeah.
If he's over at that school and scouts come over there to see him, they can notice somebody else. They can discover other people.
Yeah.
Because my son is going. He's going wherever he's going to be. But
And,
my thing is, I need him to be more of a community person and think about others in the process.
absolutely. And you know what? You just keep opening up more and more questions and comments. So here's the thing, and we'll kind of finish up on this note, man. For all the kids who are out there who want to go at the next level. I mean, there's countless kids. Like I have a nephew who played at I'm not gonna say it's well, yeah, I can say he played at Alemany, right? And they didn't play him at his position. So he decided, he's a big dude. He decided to leave. And so now he's at another school in the Hawthorne area. And he's getting offers like almost every single day, right? Pac-12, blah, 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 blah. And I told him, you got to be patient, right? And
Yes.
so, as you were talking about your son, being in a position to, he has to understand things. We also have to teach our kids to be patient and don't always
Yes.
expect everything to be handed to you, right? You got to work for some stuff. And so,
Yes.
and I think that's kind of what you were instilling in the boys that you come in contact with. Be patient. It might not come right now,
Yes.
right? But when it does
Yes.
come, you need to be ready. You need to be prepared.
Yeah, I look at it as the Karate Kid effect. He didn't know why he was wax on and wax off. But when it came time for him to battle, all those tools and things that he was doing in his past came to fruition, and now it prompted him to be something greater than what he thought he could be. So if we just follow the path and walk by faith, and most of all, the reason we named this my daughter Dream and named the organization Dream, because kids don't talk about those things anymore.
Yeah.
They only know what's in front of them. They can't see tomorrow. They can't see next week.
Yeah.
So our thing is to just try to have them create small goals, and so that they can see them come to fruition and build another one. It's goals on top of goals through dreams.
Yeah. We call that in the teacher community, big fancy word. We call that metacognition. You got to think about, you got to think
Yes,
about
sir.
it, right? And so
Yes,
if
sir.
you're not thinking about it, then it ain't gonna happen.
It's not gonna
It
happen.
ain't gonna
Yeah,
happen.
exactly.
So
Exactly.
hey man, we can go on and on. I know you got things to do. You over there taking time from practice. And again, I appreciate you, man, for hopping on the live tonight. You have a whole bunch of fans
Anytime,
here.
Riley.
You have a whole
I'd
bunch
have
of
missed the
fans.
funeral for this. Anything for you, Riley. You are a great dude, man. You are one of the last OGs, if
Hey,
I can say that. You're one of the
no, you
last
can.
OGs, man.
Well,
So
thanks, man.
whatever I can do for your platform, whatever I can
Absolutely,
do for you as a person, whatever I can do for your sons, they
absolutely.
know Uncle K.
Yeah,
They know.
absolutely,
If we don't see each other for 5 or 10 years, they still know
man.
because we came from a place.
Listen. I think one of them has a helmet that they forgot to return to you. So
Hey, I'll put my signature on it. I'll sign it. I'll have Justin sign it, Kayvon sign it, and just save it for your grandkids. It's gonna be worth a lot of
absolutely,
money.
absolutely, absolutely. Hey man, so I appreciate you, man. I know you got practice. I'll hit you. How long are you gonna be in LA right now?
We'll be out here till maybe about 8 or 8:30 or so.
Okay, maybe I slide. Maybe I'll slide down over there and connect with you, bro.
If you can, but don't go out of your way. I'm here every Tuesday. I'm here on Wednesday today because we have a parent meeting.
Okay.
But usually I'm here on Thursdays. I'm sorry, Tuesdays, and I really look for my coaches to run practice. I'm try to I coach the coaches and the coaches coach the kids. So it's coming from the top down.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, well, if not tonight, then definitely next Tuesday. I'll put it on my calendar. So bring a
All
two
right,
X of
great.
bring a 2X shirt so I can rock it on my
Okay,
next West Coast
I got you. I'll
West
bring
Coast
you a
Wednesday.
variety.
Okay, all right, that's what's up.
Make it happen.
Hey man, I appreciate you. Go ahead and do what you need to do. Tell Justin I'm proud of him, and we'll talk soon, Patterson.
Okay, I love you, brother.
I
And
love you too, my
anything you
man.
need, man, my line is wide open for you.
Absolutely appreciate you, bro. All
All
right,
right, take care, Mr. Riley.
I'll see you next week.
Yes, sir.
So we just talking.
There we go, guys. So we had Mr. Patterson, Mr. Showtime Patterson. Man, I hadn't talked to that dude in quite some time, but when I reached out, he was like, "Hey, I'm happy to hop on. We can chop it about football, family, faith, fun, anything that we're involved in, that he's involved in. Just a wonderful, wonderful, awesome dude, and just so grateful for him to hop on tonight. So, man, what else is next? So next week we'll have our last episode, episode number 8 of West Coast Wednesday, and we'll have a wonderful special guest coming to you. And then Kevin Cox, what's going on, my man? I don't know if you were able to catch all of what we were talking about, but just had one of my ex-coworkers, community guy, football, and just chopping it up. Yes, I did that for you. Kevin. I added that backdrop just for you, and so I have to think of maybe one or two more state landmarks that I can add in my live, right? Because I'm talking about the West Coast. Anyway, thank you guys for joining. And, if you're just joining, let me go ahead and put these comments back up. You can take this time real quick before I bring these comments up. You can take this time to, if you haven't done so already, leave a comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. That way, you'll be notified anytime I drop I'll drop a brand new video. Hit that notification bell. And I am so happy that folks who are watching on Facebook, the comments were coming in, so that kind of warms my heart. I'm glad that my multi-streaming platform is working. If you want to support the channel, okay, it's not working. If you want to support the channel, you can buy me a coffee, and I'll put that in the link. It should be near the top of the comments on YouTube. If you want to support Mr. Riley by Donner's Shoes, there's a link up there as well. And if you're wondering what am I using for this wonderful live stream, I'm using Ecamm Live. And so if you just scroll up to the comments, you'll see all of those links there if you want to support me and what I'm doing every single Wednesday. All right. Let me go ahead and cut out of here before I keep talking and have mush mouth. But thank you guys for joining. I really appreciate it. You guys have a wonderful week. Stay healthy, stay safe. And Mr. Riley is coming to you live from the West Coast, the best coast, the West Side. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in where's my mouse? I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Thanks for watching.